Good morning to day 372. Sorry, I'm covered in garbage already. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, the Queen's funeral today. It's been going on since 6 o'clock Bayesian time, 11 UK. Still going on now. It's 11 o'clock Bayesian time. So at the moment we're literally at 11 o'clock here. It's been going on for 5 hours. It looks like she's already arrived at Windsor as we speak. So rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, what does today contend of? First of all, it contends of you guys giving me a thumbs up and some comments. That would be absolutely amazing. I'm already halfway through tiling the laundry room, and Sherman, my man, is outside painting in the garage, just filling in the final parts, filling in and painting and getting that finished off, because tomorrow I want that to be our goal, to get the garage door up. Whether we get it up and in, whether we get it up and bent and straight and in, or whether we get it up and in and not working, not too sure. But either way, we would like to be starting that tomorrow and trying to get that up in one piece if we can. So very briefly in here, I'm absolutely sweating because it's boiling hot in here. So we picked these little tiles. As you can see, that's going on as we speak. So we'll do 3 courses just underneath this power socket here, and we'll turn that across. And then we'll do the same over here as well, L shape in this corner. I think my wife wants a dark grout, a dark grey. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Should I go white or should I go dark grey or mid grey? I think it would look nice with a grey, especially with those tiles. And they've got the beveled edges on them, as you can see in the light. So yeah, just in the midst of doing that, I think I mixed up a little bit too much tile adhesive. But anyway, don't tile as a living, so I'm sure I can be forgiven a little bit. So we'll get that finished off in a minute. I think that will take me, in order to tile the whole thing, I think I can do it in a couple of hours. Obviously it's then just filling in the grout. I don't have the grout at the moment, so I'll let it go off, and then I'll go and find the coloured grout for one of the tile places and get that put in. I don't think we have a grey. In fact, I'm pretty sure we don't have a grey. I know we do have a cream, we do have a white, but I think that is it. Day is glorious. One thing I did do yesterday is I took up the manhole to get the water from the swimming pool in there last night, because we had quite a bit of rain over the weekend, and we're probably around about 3/4 full in there, which is good. So fingers crossed, if I can try and get the actual the pool started in the next couple of weeks and get that finished off, then we can pump that water straight over, which would be good news. So yeah, that's one thing I want to do. And then at the same time, I'm still chasing down the tiler, because we need to get the bathroom in there tiled so we can get everything else installed. So Dan, if you're listening, get your finger out, buddy. Let's get you over here and get that tiling done. I don't really want to be doing any more tiling. I'm not a tiler, although I can do it. I'd rather get someone else that is specialised at doing it, so that it looks absolutely amazing like the other bathrooms do. Other than that, I always say, I'll check in with you once I've actually finished this off. It's 11 o'clock now. In fact, weird, 11:11. Every time I look at my phone, my watch, it's always 11:11. And I will update you throughout the day once we finish the outside and the tiling. Take care. Okay, 4:45. Give me a like and subscribe before I start. Hopefully I'm giving you the content you need. We're actually at 824 subscribers today as well, which is good news. So, new subscribers, thank you, welcome. Let me spin you around and show what we've done so far. So I'm just putting stuff back. So the tiles are all in. We're going to get a dark grey grout for these. I didn't have the machine to actually cut them properly, but nice and straight either way. And then I'll probably just colour the top rather than putting a finish on those. This wall here, just finished it off on one side, didn't do the return here. So again, got to get the electrician to come out to just extend some of the screws in and around the sockets. So that's all good. Mess not too bad. Trying to get all this garbage here put downstairs in the basement, and trying to get all the actual clutter up into the cupboards where it belongs. Okay, garage. Looking a lot better, nice and white. So all this wall here has been done all the way across. You can't really make out the height distance from the board we put in versus the wall now that it's all white, so that's not too bad. I would much rather not have it full stop. And now that it's been painted, you can't really see it. I mean, on the video you can see a slight line there. The trouble is, what we actually have is the wall, rather than being straight, is slightly like that. So the top wall is coming out, so this part here is coming forward, and then we've got our piece straight. So it does actually create a minor shadow. So you can see it on the camera, but in here, standing beside it, you can't really see it. So it might need another coat maybe. But whilst we did it, obviously we did actually fill in and around the cameras and the little holes that were around. Got that completely repainted all the way to the very corner. So tomorrow is going to be all about trying to stick that monstrosity up in the air. I'm not too sure we're going to get away with obviously hanging it, because obviously, like I said, the main door itself has been bent. So there's the door at the back there. That's been bent. So we might have to lay it out in here this way with lots of sheets down on top. You might have to slide each panel out and try and bend each panel manually and put it back in again. As you can see, they've all taken a bit of a knock on the ends as well. Not looking too pretty. So, and a couple of the caps are hanging out like that. So yeah, I'm not too sure it's going to look too great up. So once it's up, then we can actually make a decision as to whether we're going to keep it or replace it. But at the moment, we should be replacing it. But I've not heard from the shipping company at the moment as to what's going on there. We've had some pest treatment sprayed around the building today, so Sherwin's done that. And we've also had some de-weeder sprayed out here to try and stop these weeds coming through until we decide what we're going to do. And also the other thing I've done, oh, nice bit of breeze. Great patio for the sun going down. One thing I have done is, obviously, as you know, the main pump room lid has been leaking because the main contractor that we had at the very beginning decided to stick masking tape and bags around the side of these manholes so they didn't get concrete on them, but obviously it prevented the concrete bonding with here. So I've run a grinder all the way around the lip, and then what I'll do tomorrow, I'll make sure I get it completely dust free, and then we'll get some silicone in there, some industrial SL1 in there. That will seal the plastic to the concrete, so that will stop the water going down the sides. It certainly won't stop any water going through plastic to plastic, i.e. the lid here to here. I've cleaned it out the best I can. The rubber does have a gap there, look. So I think the main problem, as I say, are the main beads on the bottom of that have been broken off. So I'll double check the lid we have downstairs to see whether the lid's any better. We might be able to put a different lid in there to see if that makes any difference, because there's obviously a lip on the bottom of here that sits in this groove, and if you don't lift these up straight, then it bends and it cracks the actual lips off. So this one's got a couple of lips missing, so when the water comes down the side, rather than sitting here, it can force it, can find its way underneath. So anyway, there's a bit of water in there, as you can see. Again, it's been leaking, so that's been cut out, so I'll get that done tomorrow. The tank, we got the water pumped at the pool yesterday. The water was over that wood yesterday. I pumped it into here, and I would say, if I was hazard a guess in height, we're about 8 foot in total down here, and I would say that it's probably around about 5.5 to 6 foot deep down there. Bear in mind, this is 10 foot wide, so it goes from here all the way over to here and goes the whole length down there. So we're not far off if we fill it up with the water we're going to need for the pool once we actually finally get it done. So hopefully I should have my first quote tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some other pool people coming out to give us a quote this week. But that can't start soon enough, that's for sure. So anyway, that's going to get done. Again, we've had the pest treatment sprayed all the way around here, and we put some weed treatment on the soil here as well. So fingers crossed that will start working its magic before we know it. Nothing else done today. So obviously Queen has been buried, and she's now at a resting place for the rest of her life, bless her. And that's been going on all day. So it's 5 o'clock now, so it's 10 in England now, so I would have thought it's just stopped. So tomorrow, Koyman's trip to get the grout for in here. I need some grip fill, some no-nails to stick on a couple of skirting boards. Down here, we've noticed obviously that we need some plasterboard for down near the doors, and we've also got some plasterboard needed for inside the utilities cupboard, which I'll show you very quickly. This wasn't finished off. Fan makes some noise. So we've managed to get a little bit of board back up in there, and the fan is there just to try and get the heat out of here up into the ceiling. It helps cool the ceiling down as well. So this has got to be done. I don't know why they never finish this off. So this has got to be boarded, so I need to order some board to finish off down here and here. We need to make sure we've got enough kickballs for down here, and obviously we need to do in there as well. And we're going to tackle the door next week. So the aim at the moment is to get the garage door in and up this week. That's going to be the goal. Once that's up, then it's going to be a case of trying to work in here to try and get the hallway done. So hallway being skirting boards, finishing off the plasterboard down in the front door, cutting it back to the main joist, and then re-putting plasterboard all the way to the top. And then it's going to be a case of actually working on the front door, getting that planed, getting that filled, getting that sanded, and then pick a colour paint that's going to go over what's on there already and get that redone. So that's where we are so far. So not a bad day. Obviously only 2 of us today. I was obviously watching quite a bit of the Queen's funeral as well, so I obviously didn't do a great deal, but I got to see the tiling done. Materials tomorrow morning, garage door tomorrow, another day. So before I go, don't forget, hit me with some comments. Thanks for the comments at the weekend, Matthew, Dave, PS, etc. Lots of you obviously commenting over the weekend, which is great, so thanks for that. Some advice on the colours and stuff, so thanks very much, appreciate that as well. From my point of view, anything you guys want to see or know, obviously as you know, let me know in the comments. Other than that, I will post this up tonight and I will check in with you again tomorrow morning, and thanks for checking in, thank you.